Welcome back, my dear students of class 9th. I am Rajendra Rai, biology teacher from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. My dear students, I am presenting this video for the learning, digital learning by the students who are sitting, who are living at their home in this pandemic time. Dear students, in the previous video you have seen so many things in the chapter that is the natural resources, and now let us discuss in detail about the greenhouse effect. My dear students, if you do an activity that you take a glass chamber and fill CO2 inside it, CO2 plus methane, that is CH4. Then you find that the temperature goes up in this glass chamber. And this glass chamber will be called as greenhouse. And the temperature that is from outside, that temperature as compared to the temperature of the outer environment apart from this glass, will be less than the temperature that is present inside this glass chamber. Suppose the temperature is 25 degrees centigrade in this glass chamber. So the earth temperature that is maintaining up to the 15 degrees centigrade. So there will be the rise in temperature when there will be the condensed gas. There will be the presence of more gas, concentrated gas like carbon dioxide and CH4, methane. These gases are responsible to increase the temperature inside a chamber. And my dear students, these gases are also responsible for maintaining this temperature of Earth, that is 15 degrees centigrade. That is 15 degrees centigrade in the environment. So in the atmosphere, if this is the Earth. Suppose this is the Earth, and Earth that is having atmosphere. So this atmospheric gases in this CO2, CH4, water vapor, H2O, these gases they keep the warmth to the Earth, and that is why these gases are called greenhouse gases. The water vapor, and if these gases trying to go into the atmosphere, then some ways these gases go to the atmosphere, then that gas will return back. If it try to go back, then it will return back due to the radiation, due to the solar radiation. Solar radiation comes from the sun, if there is sun. So because of the returning of these gases in the atmosphere itself and maintaining the percentage of carbon dioxide and methane inside the environment, there will be the warming situation for this Earth. It means if the Earth is having the 15 degrees centigrade, that is the normal temperature of the Earth, this 15 degrees centigrade temperature that has to be maintained by these gases, water vapor, carbon dioxide and methane. That's why these gases are responsible for the maintaining a temperature of the Earth. If the concentration of these gases increase, if CO2 and methane get increased, then there will be the Earth temperature, it will rise. It will up to 17, it will up to 20, and so on. Therefore, my dear students, these are the greenhouse effect, and warming, the increasing temperature of the Earth by these gases, that is called the greenhouse effect, because these gases are the greenhouse gases. So my dear student, this is all about the greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases, these are the CO2 and CH4. They are responsible for maintaining the Earth's temperature, that is 15 degrees centigrade, if they are in their normal position. But if they increase, if the concentration of carbon dioxide gets increased in the atmosphere, then there will be the increase of the temperature of the Earth. Suppose this is the Earth. so earth temperature will go up. So my dear students, warming of the earth by these gases are called greenhouse effects. Dear student, after greenhouse effects, come to the another topic, that is nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen cycle is very important as far as protein synthesis is concerned. Protein synthesis, vitamin synthesis is concerned. In the living form, in the life form, this nitrogen cycle is very important. So let us start nitrogen cycle. Dear students, this nitrogen is present in the atmosphere of about 78%. 78% that is present in the atmosphere. And this nitrogen is very important for the synthesis of amino acid, vitamins, chlorophyll, and so many things, so many essential components are formed with the help of the nitrogen. My dear student, that is why this atmospheric nitrogen is very useful for the manufacturing of the amino acid like proteins, vitamins, etc. And that is essential, that is important for the life form. Now let us see what happened, how nitrogen cycle get balanced, what are the factors, what are the processes in this nitrogen cycle. So let us see in detail. Dear student, if you imagine there is a plant, just starting from the basic thing, if you imagine on the earth, if there is a plant, suppose this is a plant, and this plant, so this is the plant, this is the root, this is the soil, this is soil. Okay, my dear students, several plants are there, and these plants are having their root nodule. They are having their root nodule, and in the root nodule there is the living of rhizobium. This is a symbiotic bacteria. This is the symbiotic bacteria which lives into the root nodules of the dicotyledonous plant like pea, gram, pigeon pea, etc. Dear students, in the dicotyledon plants, this rhizobium is responsible for the atmospheric nitrogen fixation, for the fixing the atmospheric nitrogen. So this nitrogen that will be taken by this bacteria into the root nodule, and formation of this bacteria helps in the formation of nitrate. So this nitrate will be useful as a fertilizer to the plant, and this nitrate that participate in the formation of, in the synthesis of different proteins inside, synthesis of chlorophyll inside the plant, so that food manufacturing has to be done. So this is called nitrogen fixing bacteria. Nitrogen fixation. This is called nitrogen fixation. So learn it, atmospheric nitrogen that gets fixed in the root nodules of the several plants, several dicotyledon plants, so that plant can get the nitrate, and that nitrate will be helpful in the synthesis of protein and chlorophyll, etc. in that plant. So this bacteria take the place inside this root nodule, and on the value of this living inside the root nodule, that bacteria provide the nitrate to the plant by fixing this atmospheric nitrogen into the root nodule. Dear students, come to others, and other thing is that is the when lightning came, when lightning, if there is lightning, if there is lighting, then this nitrogen gets free into the nitrogen atom, and this nitrogen atom will be able to combine oxygen molecule and formation of NO3. Formation of nitrate takes place. My dear student, with the rain, these nitrates come down to the earth and that get deposited as a nitrate. So, and then this process is called, this is the atmospheric nitrogen fixation by the help of the lightning. So two things are there, lightning and this nitrogen fixation, and this nitrate again it will be helpful to the plant, and the plant get nitrate from this process also, so that plant can grow, that plant can manufacture their protein, vitamins, etc., chlorophyll, etc. My dear student, apart from this is the nitrogen fixation of atmospheric nitrogen fixation, biological nitrogen fixation. So this process is called nitrogen fixation. And nitrogen fixation is the formation of nitrate that is from the atmospheric nitrogen in two ways. This is the atmospheric nitrogen fixation and this is the biological nitrogen fixation. So two types of the nitrogen fixations are there. Dear students, come to another thing, that nitrogen has to be assimilated. It get absorbed by the root. It get absorbed by the root in the form of ammonium ion, because this is the nitrogen assimilation. Which due to the, suppose if the dead and decaying animals plus plants, and decaying materials, it get ammonified. It is called ammonification. And in this ammonification, the dead and decaying material that get decomposed by the bacteria, and that bacteria will be able to convert this dead and decaying material into the ammonium ion, that is the NH4 ion. NH4 ion gets free, and this ammonium ion further get nitrified by the nitrosomes and nitrobacter. So this nitrosomes and nitrobacter, other bacteria, they perform the function of the nitrification. So they get this ammonium get nitrificated, and which results again the formation of NO3 by this process, and this NO3 will be useful for the plants that get mixed into the soil, that will be as a fertilizer. So that is by the bacteria Nitrobacter or Azobacter or nitrosomas. Nitrobacter plus nitrosomas. So this bacteria is responsible for the formation of nitrate from the ammonia. This NO3 that will be there in the ionic form. NO3 will be the ionic form. This will be there in the ionic form, and this will be the, so this bacteria will be helpful to convert this ammonium ion into the nitrate ion. This is called nitrification, and nitrification is performed by the nitrifying bacteria. These are the Nitrobacter and Nitrosomus. Therefore, dear students, the processes in this nitrogen cycle is nitrogen fixation, then nitrification, nitrification, and third one, that is the ammonification, and this ammonification is done by the decomposer, several fungi plus bacteria. They are responsible for this ammonification. Bacteria, they are decomposers. So decomposers perform the function of the ammonification. So third process, that is the ammonification. Ammonia get released from the dead and decaying material as a result of the decomposition of that dead and decaying materials, whether they are animal body or plant body or other material. That ammonia get released, and this ammonia get nitrified with the help of these bacteria, that is the Nitrobacter and Nitrosomus. So my dear students, these three processes that you have already here listening here, one is nitrogen fixation, second is nitrification, third is ammonification. And now come to the fourth one, that is the denitrification. My dear students, there are certain other bacteria which are found in the soil, and these bacteria are called Pseudomonas. P-S-E-U, Pseudomonas. So these Pseudomonas perform the function of nitrification, denitrification. So in the process of denitrification, the nitrogen gets released into the atmosphere from the nitrate by the Pseudomonas. This process is called denitrification. Therefore, my dear students, you are learning here about the several processes that is involved in the nitrogen cycle. The process is like nitrogen fixation, that is done by the bacteria which is living inside the root nodules of the several plants, dicotyledon plants, and they are responsible for the fix the atmospheric nitrogen into the soil in the form of nitrate. Dear students, there is another way about the nitrogen fixation, that if lightning takes place in the sky, then the nitrogen gas get converted into the nitrogen molecule. The nitrogen molecule will form, combine with the oxygen and formation of nitrate. This nitrate with the rainfall, it come down to the earth and it get mixed into the soil. So nitrates are present in the soil as a result of the nitrogen fixation, whether that is atmospheric or biological, that is by bacteria. My dear students, the dead and decaying materials get decomposed by the different decomposers, and dead and decaying materials, dead animals and dead plants, they decompose their body and they release the ammonia. And this process is called ammonification. This ammonified ammonia, this ammonia further get converted into the nitrate ion with the help of the Nitrobacter and Nitrosomus. So my dear students, again this is the third process of the formation of nitrate from the different resources, and this process is called nitrification. This process is called nitrification. So this is the third way of the formation of nitrate. And fourth process, that is the ammonification, that ammonia get released from the dead and decaying material, which as a result of the decomposition of their body by the fungi and other bacteria. And my dear students, This is the nitrogen that is coming from the atmosphere. This nitrogen that is coming from the nitrate coming from the dead and decaying material. So there will be the loss of the atmospheric nitrogen percentage, and that get maintained by the releasing of the nitrogen gas from the nitrate, excess nitrate that is present on the earth, with the help of the bacteria that is called Pseudomonas, and this process is called denitrification. So dear students, these are the processes which are involved in the nitrogen cycle. Remember it, nitrogen fixation, whether that is biological or that is atmospheric. Then ammonification, that is a result of the decomposition of the dead and decaying animals and plants. Ammonification, this ammonia gets converted into the nitrate. This process is called nitrification, and that is with the help of the nitrobacter and nitrosomas. Further, this nitrate that is in the sufficient quantity which is present inside the earth, in the soil, that gets decomposed by this Pseudomonas, and this process is called denitrification, by which the atmospheric nitrogen gets free and it will mix into the atmosphere. So this cycle, this is the nitrogen cycle which is very regular, and the percentage of the material that get maintained in the atmosphere. So my dear students, this is all about the natural resources and different types of the cycles, different resources that you have to learn accordingly. Dear students, this is for your convenience, for your study, that we are preparing this video, that so that you can learn, whether you are joining the class or you are learning from the home, so that will be helpful for you. My dear students, you are getting this video, and if you are unable to get the video, if you are unable to see it, then you can subscribe my channel. My channel name is Gyan Darpan Education. If you like it, please put a like and put a subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a great day.